So in first session, we have studied that menstrual cycle is of 28 days. During menstrual cycle, changes occur in ovary, uterus, vagina, and cervix. All these changes occur simultaneously. We have studied whatever changes occur in the ovary, they can be understood in two phases, that is follicular phase and luteal phase. When we are saying follicular phase, that follicular phase begins from the 5th day of cycle to the 14th day of menstrual cycle, and on the 14th day there is ovulation will occur. So this is follicular phase. During this follicular phase, changes occur in the follicles where there is development of follicle and there is maturation of ovum will occur. Where in the follicular phases, the ovarian follicle get developed from primordial follicle to primary follicle, then to vesicular follicle, then to mature follicle, or what we call as a Graafian follicle. Now this diagram already we have studied in the first part of this topic, where you can see the primordial follicle will develop to form primary, then secondary, then what you say the vesicular, then Graafian, and then Graafian follicle on the 14th day get rupture and mature ovum get released from the rupture Graafian follicle. Once the Graafian follicle get ruptured, the ova get released, lodge in the abdominal cavity, and from the abdomen it will go to the fallopian tube. This process is called as the ovulation, which occurs on the 14th day. From 15 to 28 days, the phase what we call as the luteal phase. Follicular phase and luteal phase, these are the two phases where changes occur in ovary. In follicular phase, changes occur in follicles where the follicles get developed, the granulosa cell will develop, and the ovum get mature in the Graafian follicle, and on the 14th day, Graafian follicle rupture, ovum get released and lodge in the fallopian tube, what we call as ovulation. Whereas in the luteal phase, we have studied luteal phase extends from 15th to 28th day, where the corpus luteum is developed. What is corpus luteum? We have studied corpus luteum is a glandular yellow body that develops from the rupture Graafian follicle after the release of ovum. So once on the 14th day, ova get released after the rupture of Graafian follicle, the cavity of the Graafian follicle get filled with corpus haemorrhagicum, and the clot which form there that transform into corpus luteum, and this corpus luteum will secrete estrogen and progesterone. This estrogen and progesterone is essential for maintaining pregnancy. If pregnancy occur, corpus luteum remain for more 3 months till placenta develop. Once placenta develop, this corpus luteum get degenerated into corpus luteum menstrualis. So this is how we have studied luteal phase, where after the rupture of Graafian follicle, cavity will get filled with the blood called as a corpus haemorrhagicum, which will develop into corpus luteum. Corpus luteum secretes the hormone called as estrogen and progesterone, which are the ovarian hormone, which are essential to maintain the pregnancy. Whereas this corpus luteum will later on get degenerated to form corpus luteum menstrualis. If pregnancy occurs, corpus luteum will remain there for more 3 months until the placenta develops. If not so, pregnancy will not develop, corpus luteum degenerate to form corpus luteum menstrualis. So this diagram is showing how Graafian follicle get ruptured on 14th day and ovum get released from the Graafian follicle. Cavity get filled with the yellow body, first with the blood called as a corpus haemorrhagicum, then corpus luteum, and then what you say corpus menstrualis, and finally that corpus menstrualis will degenerate to form corpus albicans. So this diagram is showing luteal phase. This is how we have studied follicular phase and luteal phase. And as we have discussed, during menstrual cycle changes occur in ovary, uterus, vagina, and cervix. So now we have studied about ovarian changes. Now we have to study about the uterine changes. There are different changes occur in the uterus during menstrual cycle. Changes which occur in ovary and uterus are simultaneously. Simultaneously changes occur in the ovary and uterus. Uterine changes occur in can be understood in three phases. That is menstrual phase, proliferative phase, and secretory phase. So there are three phases. Uterine changes occur in three phases: menstrual phase, proliferative phase, and secretory phase. What is menstrual phase? After ovulation on 14th day, if pregnancy does not occur, whatever changes occur is called as a menstrual phase. So what happened if pregnancy does not occur? Thickened endometrium is shed or desquamated. These are the uterine layers, uterine coverings. So thickened endometrium is shed or desquamated. And this desquamated endometrium is expelled out through vagina along with blood and tissue fluid. This is called as menstrual phase. So please get it clear कि अगर प्रेगनेंसी नहीं होती है आफ्टर ओवुलेशन तो जो भी इंडोमेट्रियम है यूटेरस का दैट बिकम थिक और वो थिक इंडोमेट्रियम जो है दैट गेट स्टार्ट एक्सपेलिंग आउट निकलना शुरू होता है थ्रू वजाइना along with blood and tissue fluid. This is called as menstrual phase. This process of shedding and exit of uterine lining, endometrium is uterine lining. So this process of shedding and exit of uterine lining along with blood and fluid through vagina is called menstruation or menstrual bleeding. Again, I am telling you this is very important to know what is menstruation or menstrual bleeding. On 14th day after ovulation, if pregnancy does not occur, uterus के जो linings है उसको हम endometrium बोलते हैं. These endometrium start shedding, start expelling out with the blood and fluid through vagina is called as menstruation or menstrual bleeding. Now this menstrual phase lasts for 4 or 5 days. And this period is called as menses or menstrual phase or menstrual period. Actually, on 27th and 28th day of cycle, estrogen progesterone start decreasing, and as estrogen progesterone start decreasing, therefore there is a bleeding will occur. Now, estrogen progesterone will not cause bleeding if there is a pregnancy. This estrogen progesterone will now work to maintain the pregnancy if pregnancy occurs. If pregnancy does not occur, then only this menstrual phase will occur. And that is because of estrogen and progesterone. So now we will study detail what all changes occur in the endometrium during menstrual cycle. When the estrogen progesterone level get decreases, there is involution of endometrium occur. As a result of that, thickness of the endometrium get decreases, and in next 24 hours, the blood vessels become tortuous in the endometrium. They will go into severe constriction, and because of the constriction of the blood vessels of the uterus, that lead to hypoxia, that is less blood supply, and that result into necrosis of endometrium. And this necrosis of endometrium causes rupture of blood vessels, and when there is rupture of blood vessels, oozing of blood occurs. Outer layer of necrotic endometrium is separated and passes along the blood, and this bleeding will continue for about 24 to 36 hours. So this is how endometrium the thickness of endometrium get reduced. When thickness of endometrium get reduced, blood vessels become tortuous, hypoxia will occur, necrosis of endometrium will occur. As a result of necrosis of endometrium, they start expelling out, the endometrium layers start expelling out, and bleeding will occur. And this is because of decreased level of estrogen and progesterone. This process continues for about 24 to 36 hours. Within next 48 hours after reduction of estrogen and progesterone, endometrium is completely desquamated. What is desquamated? Desquamation is coming off in the form of scales. It's called as a desquamation. So, because of decreased level of estrogen and progesterone, endometrium is completely desquamated. And desquamated tissue and blood in the endometrium cavity will initiate contraction of uterus. And this uterine contraction expel blood along with desquamated uterine tissue to the exterior through vagina. During normal menstruation, almost 35 ml of blood and 35 ml of serous fluid is expelled. So, in menstrual bleeding, there is endometrium linings of uterus along with serous fluid is there. This menstruation stops between 3rd and 7th day of menstrual cycle maximum. At the end of menstrual phase, thickness of endometrium is only about 1 millimeter. At the end of menstrual phase, thickness of endometrium is only about 1 millimeter, and this is followed by the next phase, what we call as a proliferative phase. Till this, I told you, uterus के अंदर जो भी changes होते हैं, that we can understand in different phases. In which the first phase, what we have studied, is menstrual phase. And during this menstrual phase, endometrium lining becomes thin. There is some involution of uterus. Uterine lining becomes thin because of decreased level of estrogen and progesterone, and that lining gets desquamated. There is endometrium desquamation will occur, and therefore, because of contraction of the uterus, this entire material is getting expelling out through the vagina. Is called as a menstrual phase. After menstrual phase is second phase, what we call as the proliferative phase. This proliferative phase, menstrual phase is from 1st to 4th day. This proliferative phase is from 5th to 14th day. On 14th day, ovulation occurs. So it corresponds to the follicular phase of ovarian cycle. At the end of menstrual phase, only thin layer of endometrium remain, as most endometrial stroma is desquamated. As you know, in the menstrual phase, entire endometrium is almost entire endometrium become thin and it gets desquamated and coming out in the form of blood through vagina during menstrual phase. During proliferative phase, what happened? Endometrium cells start proliferating rapidly, and epithelium reappear on the surface of endometrium. So what happened during proliferative phase? Name itself is proliferation. Endometrium cells get proliferate rapidly. Epithelium reappears on the surface of endometrium. Uterine glands start developing within the endometrial stroma. Blood vessels appear in the stroma. Proliferation of endometrium occur. This is all because estrogen released from ovary now. And on the 14th day ovulation occur under the influence of luteinizing hormone. So this is proliferative phase. So proliferative phase के अंदर जो भी endometrium desquamated हो गया था, thin हो गया था, अब वो slowly उसका thickness बढ़ेगा and the cells So we were studying about another phase called as secretory phase. So menstrual phase, proliferative phase, and now the third phase is secretory phase. This secretory phase extends from 15 to 28th day of menstrual cycle. As I told you, changes in the ovary and uterus occur simultaneously, where there we have said follicular phase and luteal phase. Follicular phase is from 5th to 14th day. On 14th day, there is ovulation, and from 15th to 28th day, luteal phase. Whereas in uterine changes, menstrual phase, in menstrual phase is from 1 to 4th day, and proliferative phase is from 5th to 14th day, and secretory phase is from 15th to 28th day. मेंस्ट्रुअल फेज में मेंस्ट्रुअल ब्लीडिंग होता है, एंडोमेट्रियल लाइनिंग थीन हो जाते हैं, there is some involution of uterus, uterine lining start disquamating, there is a expelling of that all material through vagina, that is menstrual phase. Proliferative phase में there is a proliferation of cell, epithelial layers start developing along the side of the endometrium, uterine glands start developing, blood vessels providing the blood supply to the uterus. This is because of the estrogen progesterone level बढ़ती है, initially estrogen progesterone level कम हो जाती है in the menstrual phase, that's why there is a bleeding. Proliferative phase में estrogen progesterone level बढ़ती है. In secretory phase which is followed by the proliferative phase, which extends from 15 to 28th day of menstrual cycle, where after ovulation corpus luteum developing ovary that secrete progesterone, which cause enlargement of endometrial stroma and uterine gland. In secretory phase, small quantity secreted by estrogen cause proliferation of cells of uterus, so now endometrium become more thick. Actually, secretory phase is preparatory period during which uterus is prepared for implantation of ovum. All these changes occur repeatedly, I am telling, due to influence of estrogen and progesterone. For what estrogen is here, estrogen is responsible for repair of damaged endometrium and growth of glands. Because in menstrual phase there was a damaged endometrium which get disquamated and coming out through vagina as a menstrual bleeding. So in proliferative phase they start repairing, and in secretory phase they will get completely repair with the help of estrogen, and there is a growth of uterine glands. Progesterone is responsible for further growth of this structure and secretory activities in the endometrium. Now, if the fertilized ovum is implanted during this phase, the implanted ovum start developing into fetus. Then further changes occur in the uterus for survival of developing fetus. If implanted ovum is unfertilized, pregnancy does not occur, then only menstrual phase will occur and new cycle begin. This is how these changes occur. So these are the different changes occur in uterus. Thank you very much.